now we will be having the Extempore Speech Competition, and as informed, the topic will be on tuberculosis only. Before we get into it, let me just read out the rules and the regulation. So all the participants will be getting 3.5 minutes to speak, and so you can use the time accordingly. In the sense, like if you want to use a few seconds to frame the message in your head, you can do that, and you can continue speaking. The next point, a warning bell will be sounded at the end of 3 minutes. It will sound like this. Yeah, so that's the warning bell. And exactly at the end of 3.5 minutes, the bell will sound like that. Yeah, so that time you have to end the speech. If you continue to speak, after the bell is sounded, that will not be taken into account. The language preferred is English. And next, the participant will have one option to change the topic. So after you pick the topic and you find out that you don't want to speak on that, what you can do is you can pick the next topic, but that will be final. I mean, you cannot go back and speak on the first topic that you had picked. The decisions of the judges will be final and binding on all the contestants. And the contestants or the participants will be judged on 6 criteria. I'll just read out the criteria. First will be on the knowledge of the subject. Of course, we don't expect the participants to know everything, but the judges will see how accurate and how relevant the message is. Next criteria will be organization of the content. It means the flow, the sentence structuring, with proper introduction, the main body and the conclusion. The next will be the voice, meaning how you deliver the message in terms of the tempo, the speech, the articulation, and the quality of your voice. The next will be the stage presence. It includes your confidence, your voice, the whole persona that you bring to the stage. And the next will be the power of expression. That's your communication ability, your facial expression, your fluency. And the last criteria will be the general effect, your ability to capture the attention of the audience, to convince them of the message that you are speaking on. Alright? So now I want to call upon all the participants to come up here and we will draw lots, so we will go according to the number that you pick. So all the participants, you can quickly come up here. Maybe I make a quick introduction according to the serial. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pragya. I am a first year MBBS student and my serial number is 1.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. My name is Jonathan Tong Hamsing. I'm a second year student. My serial number is 2.
Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Faridini. I'm first year MBBS student. My serial number is 3.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Priya. I am a second year student and my serial number is 4. Thank you.
A warm afternoon, greetings to each and everyone here. My name is Yurika Sini and I'm also a first year student and my serial number is 5.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manuel Timero. I'm a second year MBBS student here, and my serial number is 6.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm a first year MBBS student, and my serial number is 7, and my name is Ninja.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amluli Clara Kajiri. I'm a second year student and my serial number is 8. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aditi Ulwal and I'm a second year MBBS student and my serial number is 9. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Gary Koza and my serial number is 10 and I'm a first year student.
Okay, thank you everyone. Policies and efforts for TB elimination in India.
My topic of discussion is about the current scenarios on which TB can be eliminated, which mainly focuses on the vaccines that should be given to the children who are born and who are 1 year old, and otherwise if we can diagnose TB, then there are many medicines that can also be given, the drugs that can be given to diagnose, to treat TB. In order to diagnose, we can take many things, for example, sputum collection, chest radiography. In sputum collection, we can just take the sputum and ensure that it is from the lungs, not the saliva. Chest radiography can explain us the abscess present in the lungs. Also by positive family history, if any family member is suffering from TB, then there are high chances that the patient would be suffering from tuberculosis. Hence, if we diagnose that the person is having TB, then we can take him to preventive measures, and also to prevent TB, we can prevent overcrowding, wear mask, distance ourselves from the person who is suffering from TB. Basically from the aerosols that are coming, we can use the contaminated items, but it should not let it enter our nostrils, bronchi or alveoli, thus preventing tuberculosis. Because the bacteria mainly affects the lungs, that is the pulmonary tuberculosis. It can also affect other organs like liver, lymph nodes or bones, causing various other symptoms like cough, fever, chills, sweat during sleep, also blood and cough. So they are very hazardous to health, so we should just take preventive measures and take care of that. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying tuberculosis is not fun, so we should get the vaccination done. Thank you so much.
We have with us Professor Dr. Soumya Chakravarti, Director cum Dean, NIMSR. And secondly, we have Dr. Imula Jamir, Assistant Professor from NIMSR. Srimati S. Tainu, Additional Secretary, and Dr. Colin Z. Sonu, Medical Consultant, WHO. And just to remind you, like the time will start the minute you start speaking, okay? All right, participant number 2. Very interesting topic, the role of community participation in TB elimination effort.
So my topic is on the role of community collaboration in eliminating TB. So first of all, I'd like to start off by saying that in tandem with the topic which is World TB Day, Ending TB, I believe that the participation of not just the people in the healthcare services, but also people in the general public and people like us, we need to play an active role in controlling TB as well. This includes like the general public, us, everyday people. We need to take steps to raise awareness and to prevent the social stigma that comes with people infected with TB. We need to remove all the myths and misinformation that comes with TB as well. And also, as youths, as young people, we also need to take we need to be more involved in promoting and raising awareness about TB, increasing the awareness among people about how TB is spread, how it is infected, and how easy it is to treat and cure nowadays with our current medical technologies. So I feel like as a community, we need to work together in collaboration with the healthcare sectors and all to come together and fight TB, to end TB. which is causing a lot of burden on people in many households, mostly in the lower and middle income areas, people. So I believe that we need to cooperate together to end TB as a disease, to remove TB from our lives, because it is causing a lot of suffering to many people around the world. Around more than 1.5 million people have died from TB, and hence it is the most deadliest infection in the world. So I'd like to end my speech by saying that tuberculosis is a very, very important topic that we need to discuss, and it's a very serious disease that is harming human life. And so we need to work together and to accomplish the goal of ending TB. So I request everyone all here to please take the message home, back to your homes and to your families, and to encourage the spreading awareness about TB. And that's all. Thank you.
Number 3 topic is my vision of a TB-free India.
My topic is my vision of TB-free India. TB-free India, we have a national strategic plan of 2025 to starting from 2020 to 2025, a 5-year plan to eliminate TB in our country. And this is for zero death, zero disease, and zero poverty in India because of tuberculosis by 2025. And this, my vision is, first, break the stigma around tuberculosis, the misconceptions that come around with tuberculosis. And this is, as is associated with poverty, eliminate all this fear of judgment, fear of treatment, and influence and create awareness, educate the people about tuberculosis. That is one thing that we cannot do. As an individual, what we can do is direct them to organizations such as under the Directorate of Health and Family Welfare, we have the National TB Elimination Programme, which aims to increase the effectiveness of detecting tuberculosis positive sputum cases. Secondly, for increasing the researches on tuberculosis. Thirdly, for speeding up the treatment process for all these tuberculosis cases in India and Nagaland. Nagaland leading with Northeast, that is the Arunachal Pradesh first, and then followed by Manipur and Nagaland are the most prominent cases observed. We have the under ASHA and directly observed treatment DOTS, which is a community which takes in account for the treatment of this tuberculosis, which takes into supervision the positive sputum cases. And yes, we can also talk about the BCG vaccine, which can be given up to 1 year of age for the infants. And since it mostly occurs in adolescent stage, and so we can influence the people and create awareness for all these cases. So I would like to conclude by saying that every single individual is important, and together we can make a difference, and together the fight goes on. Thank you.
The topic he has picked is I Can Stop TB, my role and responsibility as a medical student.
When we generally think of a disease like TB, we often associate the treatment or the curative part with the doctors itself. We think that only doctors or healthcare people can solve TB. However, even as medical students, we may not have enough knowledge or we may not have experience to combat TB. However, we can do our own part in stopping this very infectious disease. First, by raising awareness. It may not only be medical students, but everyone in general can raise awareness. Like TB, it is an airborne disease, but still, if we take proper sanitary precautions and hygiene, we can still stop it. So that's what I'd like to emphasize. Thank you.
Serial number 5. Role of media in disseminating information on TB.
On the topic, role of media in disseminating about TB. Since we all know about the causation, what is TB and all, I won't be delving much into that part. But when it comes to TB as in general, for the public, we all think that it's incurable. I mean, these days we're having awareness program and other NGOs are working hard to encourage for the public to know more about TB. But as in general, the publics are still muddled up in myths as well as the rumors about the TB, that it's incurable, or we shouldn't go near TB patients or also be infected, or even the smallest slight cough can make them feel isolated from the society for the TB patient. So as a media person, if we think about for the media has a wide role and a broad range of conveying information as well as conveying the truths about whatever is the fact and not what the rumors suggest or what the myths present. So as a medical student as well as an individual who is literate and knows more about what is the causation, these things, we can also help the media, as well as the media has the responsibility to share the truth about the causes and whatever it is about tuberculosis, and not what the false information. The media can clarify all the doubts that public are having, since the tuberculosis is also one of the main cause of deaths caused by a single infective agent. It is more of a global urgency to know as well as to spread the information to eliminate and eradicate this. Not only India, but as well as the whole global is working towards this cause. We as an individual as well as the media persons, we can collaborate together, not only as a medical student or individual, but multi-sectoral health regulations, as well as the government, the NGOs, the private sectors, all can come together as one, and as well as the media can be the main information deliverance for all our roles. And so I would like to take this time to suggest that yes, the medias are doing their work and it's also efficient, but at the same time we can work better towards this cause for the elimination of TB. Thank you.
Airborne infection control measures for TB control.
The topic today is airborne, how to control this airborne transmission of TB. So TB is a disease caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is a historical disease. It's not a new phenomenon. Egyptian mummies that have been unearthed dating about 2500 BC years back have revealed characteristic skeletal deformities that are characteristic of Pott's disease, right? And the ancient Greeks had a name for tuberculosis. They called it phthisis, which was essentially the Greek way of referring to TB. And it was documented well by Hippocrates. We've come a long way in our knowledge about TB. We know now that TB is spread through airborne infections. People infected with TB spread it through maybe coughing, sneezing, or through spitting. And one of the ways we can manage transmission of TB through airborne transmission is by wearing masks, and as my fellow friend has highlighted, through hand hygiene. So especially wearing masks not only for the people who are working in high-risk environments, but also for the people who are infected with the disease. One of the major factors of disease transmission, especially TB, is overcrowding and malnutrition. These are some of the major factors. I think addressing these issues can also help us better deal with controlling the transmission of TB. In 2023, India declared its 12 polio-free years. And I believe standing here today that maybe in some distant time, we will be standing here not talking about the eradication or how to control TB, but we'll be talking about, we'll be celebrating a 12-year free anniversary of TB. And better understanding the modes of transmission and how to prevent these modes of transmission can better help and enable us to control and manage these diseases. Worldwide, about 10 million people are infected with TB per year, and about 1.5 million people die of TB each year. And India is among the 8 countries that contribute to half of the TB cases worldwide. So, I believe that one of the ways we can better control and manage the spread of TB in India is by through again wearing masks and by through simple hand hygiene. Thank you.
And transmission of tuberculosis.
It's been one of the most infectious worldwide disease, affecting about 1.10 million individuals yearly and about 1.25 individuals dying to it. It is an ancient disease affecting even it was found in the lung tissues of mummy. It is an ancient disease. So starting with the causes of tuberculosis are some causes of tuberculosis are being in contact with an infected person, being exposed to work areas where infected person might have come and go. The treatment, coming to the treatment of tuberculosis, there are various treatments from the first line of defense called isoniazid and pyrazinamide. These drugs affects the tuberculosis it can be in the latent tuberculosis or an active tuberculosis. They inhibit the tuberculosis bacteria in the lungs, which prevents the infection. But the twist here is that the treatment should be taken for more than 6 months, or else if there is a delay in treatment or negligence in the treatment, the tuberculosis can again mutate to a multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. So it is important to complete the course. And I would like to conclude my speech by saying that though we may have found a cure for tuberculosis, we still have to beat it. So together with you and us, we can beat tuberculosis together. Thank you.
So 3 more to go. Participant number 7, myths and stigma about tuberculosis.
When we talk about tuberculosis, many people still are stigmatized that we should not go near TB patients, or that we can get infected just by the touch of a TB patient. But I would like to differ and say that TB is transmitted through the when an infected person coughs or sneezes, it is transmitted through the air. So in order to prevent us from getting the disease, we must have a healthy diet, and we must take proper precautions as mentioned earlier by my friends, which is wear a mask and proper hand hygiene. So what we can do to prevent these myths and stigmas from increasing more is to create awareness amongst the community. Even us as medical students, or even us in the general population, we do not need to have the skills of a surgeon or esteem rank to inform people about what TB is and how it's spread. So we must take a chance, since we all have a voice. So we must spread the awareness that TB is not. We must clear the myths and the stigma surrounding it, and we must also work to build a warm and caring atmosphere for the people suffering from TB. And this way, if we learn how to care for the people suffering from TB, if we learn how to give them support from our side, then we can also help them to come out of their shell and help them recover better, and giving them a better experience and how to tackle the disease. So I would like to say that everyone is important in this role to debunk the myths and stigma surrounding tuberculosis. Thank you.
The challenges also comes with family. There are some families in which the patient have to suffer completely isolation from the family. At that time he feels lonely. He also needs some support from his family side and relatives, but sometimes he doesn't get. For that reason he feels alone and he feels a burden himself on his family. So like for me, like my message is to that we all should come together and help give social support to such TB patients, and with together if we make and move, we can eradicate TB. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I call upon the last participant, number 10. So early diagnosis and treatment of tuberculosis.
Like the importance is that once we start our treatment, it is important to continue it for a full course and not like stop it in midterm. Yeah, TB as a whole is a really infectious disease, and it can spread through air transmissions. So it's important to maintain personal hygienes and also to isolate TB patients. And in conclusion, I would like to say that we should all come together and to fight TB, and it's completely curable. Thank you.
Speech competition. Thank you so much for your active participation. I think the judges will have a very tough time deciding on the winners. And let's show some appreciation with a round of applause for the contestants.
Call on Dr. Collins before we give the declaration and presentation of the winners of our poster painting competition and extempore speech. He can highlight on how they formed the judges, the points that were taken to declare the winners. So, Dr. Collins, please take the time.
Give a round of applause to all the. So, in summary, congratulations.
And the story doesn't end here. There's a cash prize of 5,000 rupees. Extempore dissemination of information. The third prize goes to first prize. First prize goes to Menubi T. Mero. It's a 3,000 rupees. Congratulations. The second prize goes to Kumi Ray. Rupees 2,000. Ask him in hostel how he's going to spend it. Thank you. And the third prize, half name already said, Chontin Tong. See, everybody, each one of you had done excellent, but this judgment had to be done.